All right, so I just woke up like 5:20 or 5:21 a.m. and the dream I had was weird because um I don't know what happened like exactly in the dream, but I definitely felt like I was in like London or like the United Kingdom or somewhere on that side of the world, even though like I actually live in Columbus, Ohio, in the United States. But the dream, like from what I can remember, was my sister was in the dream, and I actually just sent her a Bible because she's a Buddhist. So I actually just sent her a Bible earlier this week. She should have got it yesterday on Thursday, but she was in the dream, and she lives in a different state from me. And she's like on the West Coast, and I live on the East Coast. Well, I'm actually in the Midwest, but it really is like more East Coast. And anyways, my dad was also in the dream, and he wasn't like real spiritual, I would say. Like he wasn't like an obedient Christian. Actually, he didn't become a Christian until he was actually dying from brain cancer. Um, and then he gave his life to Christ, like right before he died. But, anyways, in the dream, I just remember that I was arguing with somebody. Excuse me. I was like in an argument with somebody or something. And it was weird. It was like in the back of my mind, I was still kind of thinking like about the rapture. Like it was kind of in the back of my mind, but it really wasn't, I guess. And I just know like I was arguing with somebody or debating with somebody just about something worldly, I guess. And then something happened. I don't remember what happened. I don't know if it was like an earthquake or whatever it was, but I just remember something in my head that I was thinking like about some about a place being underwater. But anyways, in the dream, it was like raining a lot to where um the water was probably up to our knees, I would say. And all the kids were gone. And I remember like I was sad because I felt like it was the rapture and I didn't make the rapture. And uh, whoever, like the people I was around, I like separated from them. So I was still close enough to where I could be near them if I wanted to, like like a neighbor's house away kind of. But I remember I went off on my own, but I was still close enough to where I could hear everybody still talking and everybody was trying to figure out what's going on, and I kind of knew what had happened, but I wasn't sure exactly because I wasn't like walking around to find out what was going on. I was just kind of like thinking a lot in my head. And my dad showed up, and I remember I was really excited that he came, and I felt like I was upstairs somewhere at this point. Like I was like on the second floor of a house or something, and my sister and I think my brothers were downstairs, but it definitely felt like my other family members were downstairs, like in the living room, and I was like upstairs in my room or something like that. And so when my dad had came, I got real excited and left my room and started walking down the steps. And I was like, Dad, um, are all the children gone? And he said, there's some guy in the street that's taking all the kids because of what's going on here with the flooding and the water. And he was like, my dad was like downstairs trying to do something like in the house. Like he was like, you guys should still be able to get like running water or something. It was something weird like that. So I guess electricity and all that stuff is out, but he was like, you guys should still be able to get like clean water coming through the pipes or something. I just thought it was weird because there was water everywhere, but I guess that wasn't like clean water or whatever. And I was like, Dad, I'm like, um, the rapture happened and God took all the kids. And everybody just looked at me weird. And he was like, no, there's some men from the government and they're coming to get all of the kids because it's not safe for them to be here. So until everything can go back to normal, the government is taking the kids so they'll be somewhere safe. And I just started freaking out like, no, Dad, that's a lie. It's the rapture. I've been telling you guys for years about this. It's the rapture. God took all the kids. And then I woke up. So when I woke up, it was like 5:21, but I was like processing it in my mind. So I'm like, well, I probably woke up at 5:20, but I'll look up both. So I think 5:21 was, in the Strong's Concordance, 5:21 was like to lead away, I think. And then 5:20, somewhere I think it said the Greek definition was sprinkle. So I'm like, I don't know if that's a confirmation, but just the fact that I definitely had a dream about like water, like being up to our knees, and the fact that they said my dad was in it saying that the government, two men from the government were walking around taking everybody's kids somewhere safe. And also the fact that I was trying to convince my dad and my sister that the rapture happened and God took all the kids. And they didn't believe me. They were just looking at me like I was weird. Which is probably how my family looked at me anyways, but um, I don't know. I just figured I would record this just to have it documented. All right. Oh yeah, today is um February 21st, 2020, and my dad actually passed away March 9th, 2018. So we'll be coming up on a 2 year. It'll be 2 years this March 9th coming up. All right.